Second video, yay! First of all, I'd like to say thank you all very much for your comments. They were so lovely, and for ages, for about 2 weeks, I had 22 views, which is nice enough, but you know, I wanted a bit more, so I made the video a response to Anastasia Ruby's favourite names, and within one night it went from 22 views to 84, which is very exciting. So thank you very much. A few things have changed this time around. I got my ears pierced, which might not seem like a very big deal, but it is to me. And it wasn't agonising. I thought it was going to be so sore, and it doesn't hurt at all, so that's good. Also, I don't have to use the little pieces of paper anymore, because I realised you can put annotations in the top corner, which is fun to discover. And also this time around, same like I said, I'm going to do a more specific video and have a theme of names. So this theme is going to be homestyle, and the definition for homestyle is something that appears comforting, simple, familiar and informal, which I think is a really nice kind of definition for a name to have, really. You want a name to sound comforting and informal, really. I'm not sure about familiar though. You would have to pick a name that you hear around but isn't common, and you don't hear it like, yeah, you know how to say it, but you don't hear it a lot. You know what I mean. I'm also going to do it in order this time, so I'm going to have my favourite names at the top of the lists and my least favourite at the bottom. So still names that I like, just, you know, in order. First of all, I've got Kitty, and I think this is so cute. It's adorable, but maybe unusable for some people because obviously it means cat. But it was a nickname for Catherine in the Victorian age, specifically. But I think it's a very nice name on its own, and I think it's very cute and quirky. And it could age very well on a person as well, I think. Cora is the next one, which is an American name. Bonnie is a lovely name, I think. And I'm from the northeast of England, so I hear a lot of people say, oh, that's so Bonnie, or it's Bonnie colours, or she's a bonny lass. So it's already got very positive connotations for me because it means pretty. Lottie's the next one, which is short for Charlotte, but I think I prefer just Lottie. Vera might seem a bit old-fashioned. You might see it on people who are a few generations older than me, but I think it's really nice. However, I said it to my mum, and she was like, oh no, I don't like that name, and she thought it sounded very harsh. But I think the complete opposite. I think it's very soft and feminine and smooth. Effie is the next name, and I quite like this name. It sounds very cute and quirky, but it does have, well, not this is as bad, but it does have, people might think of Skins, the programme, when they hear this name, and also it does sound like a letter, really, Effie, yeah. But Celia is the next one, which I think is very smooth and nice. Nina is a very, very cute name, and I think that's gorgeous and very feminine, and it would age very well on a person. I've recently fallen in love with this name again because of Black Swan, which, may I say, is the most terrifying yet brilliant film ever. It's like amazing, but so scary, and if you've seen it, you may empathise with me when I say I sat through some of the iffy scenes with my parents. You know what I mean? Yeah, but no, it's a brilliant film. Go see it if you haven't seen it, and Nina's the name of the main character in that. Anyway, Willa is the next one, which I do like very much, but for some reason I can't really explain it, but it sounds really like there's something missing from this name. It's strange. I think it sounds very much like a shortening of a name, and I don't think I would use it as just a normal name. Maybe for Wilhelmina or something like that. Tilly is my last girl's name on this list. Tilly, I think, is gorgeous. It's so nice, and for ages I wanted, when I was very little, I wanted 2 girls called Tilly and Millie. Yeah. But I loved it for ages until my friend got a dog called Tilly, and now all I can imagine is a little white poodle. But yes. On to the boys. Leo is a very nice name, I think. It sounds quite strong. Eli is the second one, which if you see my previous video you'll know that I like the name Elijah, and Eli is the nickname for Elijah, and I think I would want to stick with Elijah instead of Eli, which is the only reason why Eli isn't my top favourite one. Kai, or Sai as I've heard some people say it, is a nice one, and that's one of the characters in The Snow Queen, and that's one of my favourite books ever, so I love that character name, but I prefer it with the CY spelling instead of KAY, which is the Eastern European way of saying it. I like the American version better. Cyrus is, I think it's a really nice name. It of course does have links with the Cyrus family, you know, with Miley Cyrus and Billy Ray Cyrus and people like that, but I think it makes a very nice first name, and it really suits a little boy and an older person, I think. Grady it's quite a nice name, I think. Not a lot to say about that one, I just like it. Cal, I prefer the full name of Cal, which could be Callum, but I like Caledon, which is a character in Titanic, which is one of my all-time favourite films ever. He is the bad guy in that, but I think it's a wonderful name, and Cal's a cute nickname. Clay is the last one on the boys' list, and I said this to one of my friends, and they said, oh, like Clay Aiken. I was like, okay. But I looked into him on YouTube, and I hadn't really come across him, but I was talking to my friend, and she was like, oh no, I think people just connect that with Clay Aiken. He's very good, isn't he? I don't know, I hadn't come across him before, but yes, there you go, that name introduced me to him. But yes, so I hope you enjoyed this one. Leave more comments because it makes me very happy. So thank you very much. Another video on coming very soon, and